Hi guys, so Sienna is now 2 months old. Well, actually she was 2 months old yesterday, but I've only just realised today is actually the 31st of March and not the 30th. My head, I still have such baby brain and have no idea what day of the week it is, but yeah, she was actually 2 months yesterday, so I missed that one. Great mother. But yeah, she's 2 months and 1 day, so I thought I'd do a little update just to let you know how she's getting on and how I'm doing, and also I thought I'd show you my tummy, how my tummy is after giving birth, 2 months after having a baby, and I'll show you that later on at the end of the vlog. So this wee woman, yeah, is doing very well. She's putting on lots of weight. We had her weighed today and she is 11 pounds 7 ounces. So she was 8'1" when she was born, so she's put on quite a bit. So she's definitely thriving, as they describe it. And she also had her injections today, so if she sort of starts crying or whimpering a bit during this, she's a bit unsettled because she had her injections. See, there we go, she's like on cue, and she's usually, it's okay sweetie, she's usually such a placid baby, but having 3 injections in her today plus something in her mouth, she's not been too happy, but hopefully she might settle a little bit. Will you, sweetie? Are you going to? She's like, what am I doing? She can see herself. Look, did you see yourself? So yeah, she's generally thriving. She does not stop feeding. I'm exclusively breastfeeding, and oh my goodness, she feeds like every hour and a half to 2 hours still, and I'm finding that quite difficult. It's just very hard to do anything because she wants to be on me all the time, and that can be really hard, especially with having a toddler as well. And poor Sophia, I think, is finding it a bit difficult that, you know, that I am feeding quite a lot, and sometimes she'll sort of say to me, "Mommy, put your boob away. No, don't feed her." So I think she's struggling a little bit, and I finally got out on Saturday there to have my hair done. Yay! Finally had my roots done, and I went without Sienna and I left her with Andrew with a bottle, because we're trying to see if she'll even take like 1 bottle a day, just to try and help if I am popping out, or if I want to, you know, if my friends are going for a meal or something, just that we have another option. But yeah, that did not work. So I got a phone call while I had the foils in my head, basically saying she's not settling, and I could hear her screaming in the background. So I had to, luckily he wasn't too far away, so I literally had to run out of the hairdressers with my gown on and foils in my hair and everything, and pick her up out of the car, and then yeah, basically have my hair washed and blow dried and everything else while feeding her. So luckily the hairdresser's fine about it. So she only wants to breastfeed, and yeah, we've had no joy with the bottles so far. We've tried quite a few different bottles, different flow of teats, and a very flow teat, and we tried a bottle called Latch, but she's still having none of it. So any tips on getting them to take a bottle? As I say, it's not that I want to stop breastfeeding, because I quite enjoy breastfeeding, even though it's a bit painful. Still, I wouldn't mind just getting her onto a bottle, just 1 bottle a day, and also then it means Andrew could help with night feeds because I'm exhausted. And speaking of nighttime, this one is not a good nighttime sleeper. She's quite good during the day. She settles quite well during the day, but nighttime, nope, up every, again, hour and a half to 2 hours. We sometimes get a 3-hour stint out of her, and we once got a 5-hour stint, but that would just lulled us into a false sense of security, thinking, woohoo, 5 hours, because she's never done it again. So yeah, she doesn't really love sleep. But apart from that, she is very good. Sophia loves her, and although tries to squash her a little bit, I'm always having to say to her, Sophia, get off her head. Oh yeah, also, if you'd watched some of my other vlogs as well, you'll know I've gone to A&E with her twice already, and she's only 8 weeks old. One issue was the fact that she wasn't pooing on her own, and the other was that she had a rash, but both things have now cleared up. She is now pooing all by herself. Woohoo! I mean, she'll still go like 4 or 5 days without pooing, but that's apparently quite normal for a breastfed baby, and at least now she's going without me having to use lactulose or suppositories. And then the rash, it took a few days to clear up, but it did go away, and it just seemed to have been a little virus that she picked up, but that's now totally cleared, so that is good. Health wise then, then yeah, she's really good, as you can see. She has a little bit of cradle cap on her head, so I got some Dentinox the other day, Dentinox cradle cap stuff, and just using it once has already made a difference. But it's funny because whenever they have cradle cap, it makes their hair colour look a bit different. So, because we were thinking she was maybe going to be a wee redhead. And apparently that runs in my family, which I didn't know until my mum told me the other day. But we're now not sure because she's fairer on top, but at the back still has quite a dark, look at her, it's like a monk, this little monk like mullet thing of dark hair at the back. So I'm not really sure what colour she's going to end up. Her eyebrows are quite fair, so we will wait and see, but I don't care what colour she is, hair colour she is, and her eyes are still very blue, but she's a wee doe. So on to me and how I'm feeling 2 months after the birth. Well, I'm generally feeling quite good in terms of I'm not feeling down or anything, but you know, there are days when I'm exhausted, I'm very tired. It is hard sort of going through the sleepless nights, and having two is hard work. And yeah, it's just finding the energy to get up with a toddler when you've been up all night can be quite difficult. Apart from that though, I am feeling generally quite good. I had been feeling, the first month I started to notice that my nails were really cracking and my hair was really dry and my skin was really dry. I think it's because I'm breastfeeding so much that I wasn't really maybe getting enough vitamins. So I've started taking these. So it's the Pregnacare, especially for breastfeeding. I'm not sure if you can see that in the light. Especially for breastfeeding, and it also has omega-3, and you know, since I started taking these I've really noticed a difference, so I would recommend those if you're breastfeeding. They're not cheap. I think they're about £16 a box, but you get quite a lot in there, and it really has made a difference to me. I've just felt better since taking them. I've noticed my nails just seem a bit stronger and my hair just seems a bit better. So I'm also trying to drink a lot more because I think you need a lot more fluids when you're breastfeeding. Weight wise, I lost weight a bit quite quickly the first few weeks, and then it's kind of plateaued a bit, and I think I probably lost weight quicker with Sophia, but obviously this is the second pregnancy and I definitely feel like I've got wider, and I've still got a bit of a jelly belly, but I haven't really started exercise yet. So apart from, I tried to do a couple of sit-ups the other day, but I don't think like 5 half sit-ups really count, so I need to get back into exercise. I'm hoping to start back doing Zumba. I've had my 8-week checkup with the doctor today and everything's fine, so there's no reason I can't now start back to do exercise. So I'm looking forward to getting back. I've kind of missed doing bits of like Zumba and stuff and dancercise, so I'm hoping to get back into that soon. The only other thing I would say health-wise with me is from the feeding, my boobs are really sore still, and I don't know what it is. They thought it was maybe that I had like thrush in my boobs, but I took a tablet for that and that didn't seem to help it, and they're still very sore. But it's when I'm feeding on one side, it's the other side that hurts, so it's like the pain of when you have the letdown, but usually that's only the first couple of weeks and should have stopped by now. But I don't know whether it's because she feeds so much that I'm still getting, I don't know, slightly engorged boobs. So I don't know if anyone out there has experienced this at sort of this stage, you know, 8 or 9 weeks into breastfeeding. Let me know, and what helped you. Yeah, so because the doctor didn't think I needed any antibiotics because they're not inflamed or red or anything, they're just a bit sore. But yeah, any advice on how to help boob pain would be great. So oh, she's really starting to get unsettled. So what I'm going to do now is just show you a quick shot of what my tummy's looking like now before I've started doing any exercise, and yeah, maybe in the next few months after I've done a bit of exercise it might tune up a little bit, and I will show you then. So I'll just need to move this chair out of the way and settle her for a sec, and then I'll show you my tummy in a sec. Okay, so here is what my tummy is looking like at the moment. So 8.5 weeks after giving birth. So here it is from the front. It's still a bit jelly belly. I mean, it's gone down obviously a bit, and you know, I'm not worrying too much about it or anything like that. It's just a bit like there's still a bit of blubber of toning that needs to be done, and that's it from the side. I've noticed I have definitely got a lot wider here. I used to have ridiculously skinny legs, so much so I was called chicken legs at school. But here definitely got a lot wider and all around my thighs and things. But again, I carried a baby. You know, these things are to be expected. I need to do a bit of toning up, but I'm not stressing out. It's only been 8 weeks, and hopefully, you know, after a bit of exercise and stuff, that will all tone up. But yeah, so that's what the tummy is like at the moment, and that's sort of my little update of 2 months. She's just sitting here now beside me. Look at her for you. Oh, here she is. So I'm gonna go and give her another feed now, because that's all I do at the moment, and hopefully get her off to bed. And yeah, I will be back soon with another update. And as always, if you like this video, please tick the little thumbs up button, not the thumbs down one. I do get a few people putting the thumbs down one, and you're like, oh, okay then. And yeah, if you haven't subscribed, it'd be lovely if you could subscribe, so then you can get all the other updates from this wee one. And yeah, I'll chat very soon.